Hi guys, welcome to Fiit Flow with Jacob. For today's class, all you will need is a cat. I'm kidding. You will need a yoga mat and a couple sets of dumbbells. I'm going to go with a set of 10s and a set of 3s for today, just because I don't have my 5s here, but I would suggest having a set of 2s or 3s, a set of like 5s or 6s, and a set of 8s, 9s, or 10s. And if you don't have any weights, that's fine. You can do the whole class with no weights, or you could grab like a couple cans of soup or something that has a little bit of weight to it to use in place of dumbbells if you want. So yeah, get yourself set up. You might want to grab a towel. You might want to grab a glass or a bottle of water, and meet me on your mat. We'll get started. We're going to start today's class in child's pose. So your knees can be together or wide apart. Your hips can be to your heels or up in the air. You can stack two fists and rest your forehead on them or hands, or you can just extend your arms out in front of you and rest your forehead on your mat. When you get to child's pose, come to your breath. Find equal inhale through both nostrils and breath out through the mouth or the nose. Allow your belly to expand on the inhale. Feel your low back spreading across your heels or in space. And with every exhale, soften into your shape, into your space a little bit. And now slowly make your way into a tabletop position. So that's going to put your hips over top of your knees and your shoulders over top of your wrists. Your fingers are going to spread nice and wide. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow together. So inhale, the belly drops, we arch the back, lift the tail, lift the gaze, and pull the back of the heart through the arms. As you breathe out, you're going to round the spine, tuck your chin into your chest, tuck your tailbone towards the back of your knees and spread the shoulder blades. Squeeze all the breath out. Inhale again to your cow pose. Belly drops, heart lifts, gaze lifts. Pull the hands and knees towards one another. Exhale, round. Spread the shoulder blades. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Squeeze the breath out. Press hands and knees away from each other. Inhale again, nice and smooth. Inhale, look forward or gaze up a little. Exhale, round, gaze to belly button. Come to neutral. We'll tuck all the 10 toes under. Press down and forward through the palms as you squeeze your elbows together to lift the knees and glide up into downward facing dog. Tips of the ears point to the thumbs. Fingertips are spreading wide and clawing the mat to alleviate pressure on the wrists. Feet can be hips width apart or wider. Pedal the feet, so lifting one heel and lowering the other. Finding a little bit of space through the back of the legs. Deep breathing through the nose. Maybe out through the mouth. And then inhale, come up high onto your toes. Straighten your legs as best you can. Press down through the palms. Flat back. Exhale, lower both heels towards the mat. Keep your spine nice and long. Come up onto your toes again and start to walk your feet towards your hands. Find a forward fold. Inhale, lift up to a flat back, hands to knees, hands to shins. Straighten the legs as best you can and reach out through the crown of your head. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Arms reach high at the top, palms face each other, gaze to thumbs. Press the hips forward slightly with the glutes. And then exhale, fold back down. Gentle bend in the knees, fingertips to the floor. We're going to step the right foot back, stay on the right toes and wiggle the left foot over slightly. Setting up for a high lunge. Shift weight into the front heel and rise up. Arms, hands face each other. High lunge. Okay. Stay here for a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Drop the hips a little bit. Settle into the shape. Now inhale. Open up into warrior two. Arms extend, back heel drops. Back edge of the foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Gaze out over your left middle finger. Try to keep your shoulders over your hips so you're not way back here, you're not too far forward, nicely stacked. Take another inhale here. And as you exhale, lower the right hand and reach the left arm up and over. Not too much weight in this back hand here. It's just resting there. It's not pushing. Okay? Take another inhale here in your reverse warrior. And then exhale. We're going to come to star pose like this. Arms wide, all 10 toes pointing to the long edge of the mat. Inhale here. And exhale, fold forward, wide-legged fold. Butt reaches back, chest drops forward, knees can bend slightly. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, pivot, turn to the back of the mat, set up for high lunge. Wiggle the feet apart, stay on your left toes, front knee is bent. Inhale, rise. Palms face each other. Front knee is bent about 90 degrees. Reaching through the back heel and up through the fingertips. Breathe in. And as you exhale, rotate, open, warrior two. Back foot lands, flat, arms extend, gaze out over right middle finger, opening up through the thighs. Stay for another breath in. And as you exhale, left hand to leg, right arm reaches up and over. Keep a bend in that front knee. Inhale brings you to star pose. Exhale folds you through center. Inhale lifts you halfway. Exhale, pivot, turn to the top of the mat, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank, shoulders over wrists, hips are low-ish. Reach out from the crown of the head to the heels. And exhale, lower your knees, and then your chest and your chin, and untuck your toes. Inhale, lift up to cobra. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes, press through hands, glide from table into child's pose. One breath in here through the nose, and out through the mouth. And then roll up to a seat. I'm going to demo our first exercise, and then you'll pick up your weights and join me. First exercise, we're going to keep it pretty simple. I'm going to use my heavier set of weights, but you use whatever weights you choose. I would recommend starting with the lighter set. We're going to do 2 rounds of this, and then moving up to heavier if you feel like you need it, okay? Feet will be a little bit wider than the hips. Toes are slightly turned out. We rack our weights, rest them on the shoulders, squat. Only squat as far as your back can stay straight, okay? If you're starting to round, you've gone too low, come up. Keep that back nice and straight, okay? Squat, stand, curtsy. Lower the weights, drop the back knee, okay? And then rack them, squat, up, lower the weights, curtsy to the other side, and lift. And we'll do that for 1 minute. So, grab your weights. We'll get started together. In 4, 3, 2, rack them. Lower the hips nice and slow and in control. Press back up. Lower the weights. Curtsy to one side. Come back. Rack. Elbows in. Lower. Lift with the glutes. Squeeze them at the top. Lower the weights. Curtsy to the other side. Back up nice and slow and in control here. Maintain integrity. Rack your weights. Drop the hips. Press back up with the glutes. Lower the weights. Curtsy. And up. Rack them. Drop it. Lift. Lower the weights. Curtsy. When we curtsy, you're only going as low as your body allows. Your knee doesn't have to touch the floor. Rack them. Squat. Press up with the glutes. Squeeze at the top. Lower the weights. Curtsy. Press up. Done. Drop those weights. Catch your breath. Our next exercise, I'll demo, and then we'll start together. I'm switching to my lighter weights. I'm going to use 3-pounders. You can use 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, something in that area. Feet are about hips width apart. Arms will come out to the side. Roll my shoulders back. I extend. I bend the elbows so my wrists are facing forward, and then I squeeze my elbows in. Come back out, extend, lower. We're just going to go like that for 30 seconds. Starting together, 3, 2, 1. Lift, bend the elbows, wrists forward, squeeze the elbows and the forearms in together. Come back out, extend, lower. Okay, pull your core in as you do this. Lift, bend, squeeze forearms in. Out, extend, lower. Lift, bend, squeeze in, and out. Extend, lower, done. Drop those weights, catch your breath, grab a drink. We're moving back to our first round of squats to curtsies. We start together in 5, 4, 3, 2, rack them, slowly lower. Come back up, lower the weights, curtsy, and up. Rack them, drop the hips. Notice if your knees are pushing in or out. Keep them nice and straight. Lower the weights, curtsy to the other side, and up. Squat stance, weights up, booty down. Back up, slow and control, lower the weights, curtsy, and up. I'm going to turn, give you the side view, rack them, lower nice and slow, press back up, lower the weights, curtsy to the other side. Back to center, rack the weights, core is engaged, slow lower, slow lift, squeeze at the top, weights drop, curtsy to the other side. Back to center, done. Drop those weights, get a drink, towel off, catch your breath, and then grab your lighter set of weights. We start together in 4, 3, 2, core engaged, lower body strong, lift out, bend, come in, back out, extend, lower, lift, bend, press in, back out, extend, lower. We're hugging the muscles to the bones here, pulling the arms in towards the shoulder sockets. Lower, lift, bend, squeeze in, out, extend, lower. Done with that exercise. Drop those weights, towel off, catch your breath, and then meet me in a downward facing dog in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms down, fingers spread, heels pressing towards the earth, bend in the knees or straight, doesn't matter. Inhale high onto the toes. Exhale, lower both heels as best you can. Squeeze the inner arms together. Inhale again onto the toes. Walk your feet towards your hands. Find your forward fold. Knees bent. Grab opposite elbows. Dangle your torso over your legs. Shift weight into the heels and the toes. A little nod yes, a little shake no. And then hands to shins or knees. Halfway lift, inhale. Long back, long neck. Exhale, bend the knees, fold. Inhale, roll up to standing. Arms reaching high at the top, palms face each other. Exhale, palms together, fold. Hands to the mat. Step the left foot back, setting up for high lunge. Wiggle the feet apart, at least hips width. Press into the front heel. Inhale, rise. Palms face each other. Press down through the back heel. Reach up through the fingertips. Pull the low belly in. Rotate warrior 2. Back foot lands. Maybe wiggle your feet in. Arms extend. Gaze out over right middle finger. Right knee is bent 90 degrees-ish. Lower the back hand. Reach up and over. Exalted warrior. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, star pose. Pivot the toes. Exhale, Exhale, fold forward. Chest through the legs. Hello. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, walk to the back of the mat. Set up for your high lunge stance. Left foot moves over, left knee bends. Stay on right toes. Weight is in the front heel. Inhale, rise. Palms together or facing each other. Press down through the back heel. Reach out through the crown of the head and the fingertips. Exhale, warrior two. Arms extend, back foot flat. Gaze out over left middle fingers. Open up through the knees. Space across the chest. Exhale, right hand to leg. Left arm reaches up and over, exalted warrior. Keep bending into that front leg. Inhale, star pose. Pivot on the front heel. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk to the front of the mat. Step the right foot back. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Hands or shoulders width apart. Claw with the fingertips. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Lift the chest, squeeze the elbows towards one another. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, press through hands, through table to child's pose. Relax the belly, relax the hips. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Stay for one more of those or make your way up to a seat and take another breath in and out. Our next set of weighted exercises is going to be a reverse lunged high knee. I'll demo and then we'll start together for the minute. So weights are going to stay at my side. I'm going to step one foot back, right foot. I'm going to come up, high knee, lower the foot. Other side, step back, lunge it, high knee, and down. And we'll wrap that out for 1 minute. So grab your weights. We start together in 3, 2, 1. Step one leg back, lower the knee just to barely touch, and then bring it in towards the chest, lower. Other foot back, nice and slow. Come up with that high knee, okay? Find a spot on the floor that's not moving and gaze in that direction rather than watching me. And you'll probably find better balance there. Or watch me, see what happens. Even if you fall, you're still building balance. I hope you're still moving with me, even though I'm not cueing you. One leg back, down, into the chest. We're more than halfway done. In and down. I'm going to give you the side profile. Back and down, in and up. Back and down, in and up. One more time. Back and down, in and up. Done. Drop your weights. Okay, second exercise. We're going to do 3 rows, 3 narrow rows to a reverse chest press. We're going to bend the knees. I'm going to give you the side profile. Going to lever forward. Elbows pull in towards the ribs for 1, 2, 3. My shoulder blades are squeezing together. That's where the action is here. And then rotate my weight, my position. Elbows come out to the side for 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to reset at center. Grab your weights. We start together in 3, 2, 1. Lever forward, knees bent, flat back. Pull the elbows in for 1, 2, 3. Rotate the wrist position, arm position. Elbows wide. 1, 2, 3. Back to the bottom. Rotate. Elbows in. 1, 2, 3. Rotate arm position. Elbows wide. 1, 2, 3. In. 1, 2, 3. Stand. Roll back. We didn't do that, but that's okay. Drop those weights. Grab your heavies. Second round of reverse lunge to high knees in 3, 2, 1. Step back and lower. Come forward, bring the knee in. Really drive it if you can. Back and down, forward and up. Back and down, in control, forward and up. Just keep going. Find that spot on the floor. That's called your drishti, your focal point. That's going to help you balance. Pull everything a little bit in towards your core. And breathe on top of it all. Keep going. We're more than halfway there. Woo, almost lost it. Looking at the timer. Never look at the timer. Just keep going. You'll be done. When you're done, your body's going to thank you. Even if you can't walk tomorrow. The next day it'll be happy. Down to single digits. Keep going. One at a time. Drag those knees in. Roll the shoulders back. And done. Drop those weights. Get a drink. Towel off. Catch your breath. Starting to breathe like a dragon. Heart rate is elevated. That's good. That's what we want. Okay, grab your lighter weights. Second round. Ready? Here we go. Bend the knees, lever forward, row. 1, 2, 3. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Elbows wide. 1, 2, 3. Elbows narrow. 1, 2, 3. Elbows wide. 1, 2, 3. Elbows narrow. 1, 2, 3. Stand it up. Roll the shoulders back a few times. And then drop those weights. We're done with them. Hey, catch your breath. And meet me in a downward facing dog in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pedal those feet out. Hands are wide. Fingers are wide. Press into the fingertips. And then inhale high onto the toes. Flat back. Flat legs if you can. Gaze between the knees. Big exhale. Lower both heels as best as you can. And then up onto the toes again. Tiptoe your way to your hands. Find that forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Flat back, anchor through the heels. Long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up to stand. Arms come high at the top. Gaze up. Press the hips forward with the strong glutes. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees. Step back with the right foot. Inhale, reach up, high lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Gaze over left middle finger. Inhale, exalted warrior. Left arm high, right arm low. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back of the mat. Walk the right foot over. High lunge stance. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, exalted warrior, right arm high, left arm low. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, wide fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, top of the mat. Step back to down dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, untuck those toes. Inhale, squeeze the elbows together, lift for cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tuck the toes, press into hands, shift through table to child's pose. 2 breaths. Come to a seat. We made it to the last round. Catch your breath, grab a drink. I will demo the next exercise, and then you'll join me. So I'm going to use my heavies for this. We're going to go into a deadlift to a single hammer curl. So my feet are going to be about hips width apart. My weights come in front of my hips. I bend my knees. Side view this baby for you. I bend my knees, back flat. I lower towards mid shin, and I pull up, squeeze my glutes. And I'm not squeezing my glutes so that they go forward, just so that I stand tall. Okay? Lower to mid shin, pull up. And then single hammer curl, other side. And then back. To a deadlift, 1, hammer curl 2. Boom. Grab your weights. We start together in 3, 2, 1. Hips width stance, weights in front, bend the knees, lower to mid shin. Flat back, strong core, pull up. Hammer curl 1, hammer curl 2. No swinging those weights. Weights in front. Bend the knees, deadlift. Mid shin or lower, squeeze the glutes at the top. Hammer curl 1, slowly lower. Hammer curl 2, slowly lower. Weights in front, knees bend, drop the hips a little bit, and then squeeze at the top. Use the glutes to do that. Hammer curl 1, hammer curl 2. Okay, weights in front, bend and lower, flat back, pull up, squeeze at the top. 1 hammer curl, 2 hammer curl, weights in front, let's do 1 more, lower and pull. Hammer curl 1, hammer curl 2, done with that. Drop the weights. Okay, our last exercise, well, we have 1 more round, but our last exercise is gonna have us on our back for some dead bugs. Okay, so your back is flat, your knees are gonna come 90 degrees, hands press against the knees, I flex my toes. I'm gonna extend right arm, right leg as low as I can, and back. Other side, and back. Now the key here is keep your back glued to the mat. Okay, your low back is pulling down so fiercely that you might only extend this high with your arm and your leg. That's fine. Do not compromise the low back pressing into the mat to get more extension, okay? That's a no-no. All right? Let me hit the timer and we will start together in 3, 2, back is flat, knees are lifted, toes are flexed or pointed. Glue that mat, that back down, hands to knees, right arm, right leg, and in. Left arm, left leg, extend, and in. Back and forth. Find some breath here. Find a pattern that works. I like to exhale on the extension and inhale when I pull in. Maybe you'd like to do the opposite. That's totally cool. And done. Bring your feet as wide as your mat and knock them in on one another. Take 1 big breath into the belly and a big breath out. And then tick-tock your knees gently side to side. Windshield wiper those legs. This helps to relax the belly and the pelvis. All right, and then roll to one side, make your way up to a seat. We've got 1 more round of the deadlift hammer curls, and then we're done with that exercise. Grab your weights. We will start together in 3, 2, 1. Weights come out in front. Bend the knees, lower the hips, lower the weights, and then pull up. Weights to the side. Hammer curl on one side. Slow and control. Hammer curl on the other side. Slow and in control. Weights together in the front. Bend and lower. Strong glutes pull you up. Hammer curl. Hammer curl. Weights out in front. Bend and lower. All the way to the ankles if you feel okay. Pull it up as long as that back is flat. Hammer curl 1. Hammer curl 2. I'm going to turn, give you the side profile. Slowly lower and pull it up. Squeeze at the top. Hammer curl 1. Hammer curl 2. Weights down in front. Bend and lower. Squeeze it up. Hammer curl 1. Hammer curl 2. Weights down. Done with that. Okay, last 30 seconds of exercise, and then we get down to our cool down. So meet me on your back. We start together in 4, 3, 2, legs up, hands to knees, flex or point the toes. Inhale, extend right arm, right leg, back to center. Left arm, left leg, back to center. Keep going back and forth. Check in with your low back. Is it glued to the mat? Completely sealing that crack between back and mat. I hope so. Keep going. Almost done. Find your breath. Find your rhythm. And done. Land your feet on your mat, windshield wiper your legs, or you may want to bring your knees a little bit in and take some circles on the lower back. That feels really nice. Go both directions. And then eventually make your way to a seat. And from your seat, we're gonna come all the way onto the belly into a Sphinx pose. Just like this. So forearms are parallel, shoulders are over the elbows, tops of the feet are resting on the floor. Drop your chin into your chest and pull down with your forearms, down and back towards the feet with your forearms. Roll right ear towards right shoulder, back through center, left ear towards left shoulder. And then lift the chin, lift the gaze, press down through the forearms, pull down and back one more time, breathe in, and exhale, relax. Lower your chest, bring your hands off of your mat. Your elbows are going to lift, your fingers are going to point slightly out. We're going to press into the right hand and drop the left shoulder. Just glance over the right shoulder. You should feel a nice stretch on the front of your left shoulder here. And then inhale to center, exhale other side. Drop the right shoulder as you press more into your left hand and glance over the left shoulder. Back through center, lower your chest. Move your hands back a little bit and then press through the tops of your feet, your pubic bone, and both hands and come up for a seal pose. Maybe shift a little bit side to side, stretch out the front of the body. And slowly lower down, press into your hands, come up to table pose. From table pose, we're going to sweep the right arm up high. Follow the thumb with your gaze, and then as you exhale, you're going to weave the right arm behind the left, lowering your right ear and your right shoulder. It's going to look like this. And then you can stay with your left hand flat or extend your left arm out in front of you. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your left hand back, press into it to come all the way back up, right arm high. Exhale, lower the right arm to the mat. Other side. Inhale, left arm high. Follow that thumb with your gaze. Pull your tailbone back. Exhale, weave the left arm behind the right as you lower your left shoulder and your left ear to the mat. Stay just like this, or option to extend the right arm forward. See if you can drop the weight of your chest onto your left arm for a deeper stretch. Pull the hips back a little bit. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then bring the right hand back, those out. Unravel, left arm high to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, left hand down. Now we're going to step the right foot forward and wiggle the left knee back so you're in a low lunge position. And we're just going to move back and forth. So pull the hips back and then reach forward. I'm on fingertips inside my right foot here. We're just going to go back, straighten the front leg. Inhale, forward, bend. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward and bend. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. And then step the right knee back. Step the left foot forward. Wiggle your right knee over and back as much as feels okay. And then we pull the hips back, lift those left toes, straighten the left leg. Inhale forward, exhale back. Try to find a nice smooth little rhythm here where it just feels very nourishing and not so rigid. Okay, and then we'll step the left knee back, come onto your bums. My cat's just hanging out this whole class. Working from home. Okay, soles of the feet come together. Whether they come in towards the groin or out is totally up to you. They can be far away, they can be close in. I'm going to pick a nice happy medium. Hands to ankles, and I'm going to just cast my heart beyond my feet. Flex my toes, press the balls of my feet and my heels together, and use my hands to traction some more length out of my spine as I dive forward. Once you can't fold forward anymore, your chin can roll into your chest. And then slowly rise up. Bring your right elbow to your right thigh and your left hand to your left knee and twist open to the left. And then back to center, other side. So left elbow somewhere on that left leg situation and hand to the ankle, right hand to right knee, and press into that knee or both legs to twist open. Okay, and then come back to center, just cross your legs in a comfortable position. Roll the shoulders back a few times and forward. Roll the neck side to side gently. And then just find stillness at center, hands to knees or ankles. Take a big breath in through the nose, both nostrils. And out through the mouth. Bring your left hand over your heart, your right hand over your left hand. First thing that comes to your mind, don't overthink it. What are you ready to let go of? You just dug up a lot of stuff in all of that juicy exercise. Now, what is ready to move on? What can the universe take from you? Pull it into your hands with a breath and exhale it forward. Give it to the universe. Let the universe dissolve it. And then bring your right hand over your heart, your left hand over your right hand. You just made space, you just cleared something out. Make sure that stays out. And fill that space with something else. What is going to serve you? What are you calling in? What are you ready to receive from the universe? Pull it in, claim it, pull it into your heart center. Breathe in and exhale. Let it be. Let yourself receive that. Thank you so much for joining me and for working hard and breathing and moving. And I hope you had fun. I hope you're feeling great. Make sure you drink some water, maybe have a sauna or a nice hot bath later if that's doable. And I hope that I see you again soon.